curves. This learning curve is typically the way most people learn things. Now, you hear Jerry talking time and time and time again about numbers, 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 numbers. And this is kind of where you're at right now. If you really haven't dove into your numbers or dove into the understanding of how business works, this is where you're at, okay? That's 100% where you're at. You're just listening to Jerry drone on and on and on about numbers, numbers, numbers. And this is me. This was me for the longest time. Jerry and I have been working together. He came on as a client 25 years ago, and probably for the last 20 years he's been talking about this number stuff. And I never really grasped it. I never really had to grasp it. And quite honestly, I resisted on it. And it did not serve me well. But through osmosis and hearing him talk about this over and over and over, I kind of learned a little bit. I started down here, and I started just from listening, I'm learning. And that's the same with you. You're listening and you're learning. But at a certain point, we need to have a decision time. At a certain point, hopefully this is your decision time. If you haven't already made the decision to say, by God, I'm going to learn this stuff, I'm going to figure out why my business isn't giving me all the money it really should, hopefully this is your decision time right here. Because as you see, as soon as you make the decision and you start to go for it, your learning goes way up, ultimately till you get to the point where Jerry is. I forget what book it says that you can be a master at anything with 10,000 hours of study. Who the hell's got 10,000 hours to study this stuff, right? I mean, you're busy, you got enough stuff going on. But here's the thing. At least at this point, you don't need to be a master, okay? And I'll show you where I'm at. Since I made this decision right here, this is kind of where I'm at. In this short period of time, and this period of time is only about 20 hours, okay? So I'm going to ask you to devote 20 hours of your life to be able to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket simply by learning the way the business works and have a full, deep understanding of how the business works. So we're going to spend the first hour, hour and a half together on this journey here, but you kind of see how this starts to happen. When you devote the time, you learn very, very, very quickly. And all of a sudden, light bulbs start going off, and you're like, I get this. I understand it. I may not get it 100%, but wow, the more you understand, the quicker the money starts going in your pocket. It really is something remarkable to see.